Hello and welcome to the final 9 of the Preserve Championship. We have a tie at the top. It's going to be so exciting. This tournament is powered by Prodigy. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
And honk me baby one more time.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Honk. Big news. For the first time ever, JomezPro is going to the prestigious and historic European Open. We're going to have next day coverage for you through the Disc Golf Network. 2 weeks later, it will be on the Jomez YouTube. So get excited for the first time ever. Jomez in Europe. This is huge.
Woo. Okay, and back to now. Catrina Allen is now tied. Kristin Tattar going eagle, birdie, birdie, birdie. What do you even call that? What kind of bird is that?
Oh my God, it's not even a bird. We moved on to a different species at this point.
It's pretty awesome. Pretty amazing to see Kristin reel in Catrina. It's going to be exciting. Hole 10, another par 5. It's 1,000 feet. You just want to throw something or roll something as far as you can up the fairway on your first. We're seeing most of these ladies cross this OB Creek area on the left on their second shots. That cart path on the right is also out of bounds. Some women choose to play the right side and then go across on their third. If you go across on the second, there's a little bit less OB to think about. The pin is up kind of on like a sandy hill, which is kind of nice. It controls your speed on the way in because often you're having to throw distance driver. Though some of these ladies have gotten so far that they're just throwing, a chill mid-range chip shot on their final approach.
One thing's for sure, they are going huge off the tee here. It is okay to be left. You just want to get as far as you can close to that corner tree that you can see just past where Kristin landed. That's how you know you're getting really close to that out of bounds creek in the middle, and it makes it much easier to get across on your second shot like Erika was talking about.
Kristin with her Orbit Grace. We saw this play from Catrina yesterday. This is a little bit more inside than we saw Catrina roll yesterday. It's her Pro Line Swirl Sail. And that's still a huge shot, though.
Wow. Almost getting to the OB on the right side. That is insane.
It is crazy. Do you remember? Do you remember what it is?
Oh, no, I can't remember. Premium.
Active. Premium. Genius.
Yes.
I really want like a button to go genius.
Best disc name ever.
And she's right in front of Catrina. Or they're very close together near that cart path. Like, those are crushed. Is there like a specific word for a roller that goes far? Think about it.
Yeah, we can find one. Speaking of crushing, Kat throws a monster shot way down the fairway. We had a nice gentle tailwind. It was the most ideal conditions for going huge.
I believe Kristin, I'm trying to remember, I think she's been going up the right side.
But today,
maybe not. It doesn't matter. Today she's going left side, and that's great.
No, I think you're right. I feel like she did go up the right side yesterday.
I think she was going forehand on the right.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. But time is an illusion, and what is memory also? We're here for the now.
Kat,
that is so flippy. Huh. Cool play. Do you think that was intentional?
I
think it was.
Her reaction made it look like it might not have been, but it worked out great.
She's way down there. Catrina definitely going across the creek on her second. This looks huge. Definitely a little conservative in a good way. Like, it's pretty hard to get a putt for eagle on this one. We'll see how aggressive Ella is feeling.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's insane how close they are.
Mm-hmm. It's right. It's a 1,000-foot hole. Like, that's 2 shots. They're 850 feet up there.
And it's flat to maybe even slightly uphill.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very true to the distance.
Beautiful forehand from Kat.
Only 35% of the field getting to circle 1 in regulation. We see Kat do it. We're seeing Kristin right now with a very simple chip shot to do it.
Yeah. Right. And 2 of them are closer. Crazy. It's just so cool to see FPO being able to attack these 1,000-foot holes and birdie. Like,
yep.
A few years ago, it's like, not so much.
Yeah, everyone was just happy with taking pars.
Mm-hmm.
27% of the field birdieing this one, in fact.
Nice.
Only 8% parking the hole. We're seeing
There's one.
2 of them on our lead card.
Got a potential star frame here.
God, everyone's pedal to the metal on this hole 10.
Kristin, eagle followed by 4 birdies. That's like, I'm going to call it a pterodactyl. That's what that is.
Birdies all around for our lead card.
Cat Mertsch's first birdie.
They did. First birdie of the round. Dialing it in. There's still room to get more on this back nine, although it is much more difficult than the front.
At least longer. There's still plenty of birdies. Still knotted up at the top. Haley King still finding herself in a tie for third with Ella.
Hole 11. 269 feet slightly uphill. A really fun shot. They move the basket closer to the wall, so it's a little bit more difficult to attack and get really close. You'll see a lot of players blasting by the basket and having a long comeback putt that's a little bit deathy. It doesn't play as an island, so if you come up short, you do get to just take it from the short side with your out-of-bounds stroke. We had a huge bleacher full of crowd here, lots of roars. It was very fun to play. And Kristin...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, with a really strange, uncharacteristic early release.
So short, too. Like, barely cleared the first hill.
I wonder what happened there.
I mean, she has been throwing, I believe, her pure, and kind of throwing on, early and flipping it up, and it's been going really well, but just a little too early.
There's Catrina going past the basket, but checking up inside the circle.
And this could be a 2-stroke swing here. Ella also going putter. This is her C-line P2. Still goes too far. That's exactly where she landed yesterday. Cat Mertsch, also putter.
Is this? Did she ace this hole? No.
No,
that was last week.
9.
9. Okay. Oh, over the water. I knew that. Oh no.
She's out, but has a putt up there on the right side. I do have to give Casey Pennington a shout out. She hit cage for an ace run on this hole. It was awesome.
I hit band.
Oh. Kristin just gonna lay up for the bogey.
Cat giving it a bid. Yeah, Ella from well inside circle 2 for birdie. Kind of strange to see our lead card struggling a bit on this hole.
I mean, what's slower than a putter? What is she supposed to do?
Not quite as committed on that step putt. It's a little scary.
Catrina to get 2 strokes back on Kristin. Comes up short.
No birdies on hole 11. That's so surprising. 40% of the field got birdies on this one.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Great comeback putt from Ella. They put that par. That's the most important thing on the back nine is not to bleed strokes because it's very easy to find yourself with just single bogeys that add up really quickly.
Yeah. Even geese can do that math.
Honk.
Dang, so weird to see 2 pars and 2 bogeys from the lead card here.
Also, big ups to the bleacher crowd here. It was like some of the loudest group honking I've ever heard.
So fun.
It was great.
I had one group all do it together, like synchronized. There was like 8 of them.
We love you.
Fantastic.
Catrina with the 1-stroke advantage now over Kristin after that out-of-bounds stroke.
Hole 12 is a fun par 4 at 650 feet. You want to progress nice and straight down this fairway past this inbounds bunker before potentially swinging left. If you're going to make a mistake, going too far straight is the one to make. Then there's this main fairway tree you navigate left or right of. Gotta go over this berm, a few more trees. Pin is perched on a stump with a pretty bush that may or may not get in the way. It's really imperative that you do not go early left on this tee shot.
Yeah, being way out wide to the right is better than early left. Catrina, unfortunately, I don't know if she got out or not, but there's a little bunker there that can make the second shot really tough just with the footing. We'll see what she has to work with.
She might be just past it.
Ella was trying to get around the corner. The first day, it was a disaster. Yesterday, it worked out pretty great for her.
It's about the same as yesterday.
Yep.
She'll have a kind of step out forehand to potentially attack for birdie.
Yep, she's far enough around the corner that it's fine to be a little bit in the edge. Kristin being aggressive as well.
Much more inside line than you typically see. I think she might be just a bit short of the corner.
Kat with that more turned over route. Pushing straight into the trees. I'm not sure what it's like over there.
Yeah, it's... She's smiling. It is almost too far straight, which, I didn't think you could really do.
Looks very low ceiling over there. Yep, she has to throw one at the ground and hope to skip through the gap.
Pretty solid, though.
Yeah, not bad at all. That corner is perfectly fine to get up and down.
Catrina definitely trying to give herself a look for birdie here.
Oh, she had pushed really straight as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the backside of the berm, she'll be in circle 2 with a putt.
Kristin looks like she has a mid in hand. Oh, no.
Oops.
Oops.
That's like 3 in a row of the same kind of early release.
Yeah.
Is it nerves?
Does she even get nervous?
She's
But
usually in the lead.
Yeah, I guess, but she caught her. It's just, interesting to see. Usually if Kristin's making a mistake, she fixes it very quickly, which is such a weapon out there. Like, that's so hard to do.
There were only 5 birdies today on this hole, and you can see why. This green can be tough to get to. Lots of low-hanging branches, and that berm really forces you to hit a very short gap. Not a lot of room from high to low.
Short gap. Kat gonna give herself about 20 feet to save the par. Kristin, this is such a long look for par. Very low, in the bush.
Kat with a birdie look.
Catrina.
And
we should differentiate. Ella for a birdie. Oh, yeah. There she is. She's back.
Really nice par from Kat.
Really nice little skip, too, to the basket.
Kristin, unfortunately, carding the bogey.
2 bogeys in a row. Not something you see very often from Kristin. And we're back to a 2-stroke difference. Catrina leading the way.
Introducing the F9, Prodigy's most understable fairway driver. The F9 is designed for beginners and lower arm speeds to get maximum distance, full flex flights, and effortless hyzer flows. The F9, coming soon to ProdigyDisc.com.
Hole 13, 348 feet. There's a corner on the right side that you want to try to avoid, but you just want to barely slide past that straight, because if you filter into the right side trees, it's very tough to even get out to give yourself a look for a putt. Bailing out left hyzer is okay. Straight shot is ideal, but it's very hard. Sometimes there's a little bit of a headwind coming off the Mississippi here. The basket's perched on a very steep hill. If you go past it, you most likely are going to roll towards the Mississippi with a big uphill comeback putt.
Ella had a decent line, but does catch a late tree. She's going to drop just short of circle 2. Katrina goes through everything. That is wild.
That's unheard of. She's not proud of it.
Like, I want to see a follow flight through the trees.
It's so thick over there.
Very fortunate break. I can't believe she parked it going to the other side of that tree right there.
It is wild.
Cat Mertsch with a nice low line. Going to land just outside the circle.
Kristin also getting through that corner fairly well. She will be right on the edge of circle. It's a death putt, but still a very fortunate break through those woods.
Mm-hmm. Ella just going to lay up on the wood chips for par.
There were only 4 birdies on the day.
Yep, sneaky tough hole. Kristin gives it such a good bid.
There were only 5 competitors out of 50 that got to circle 1. And I mean, think about only 5 people got to circle 1 and you're greeted with that putt, this crazy death putt.
Yeah. Katrina absolutely parking the hole. Getting some love from the course, making good on the birdie.
And that's a big momentum shift. This hole is not easy to birdie.
Yeah.
And that was a relatively stress-free birdie for Katrina.
And now a 3-stroke lead. She knows she got away with one.
Colin Hanley jumping up into a tie for 4th with Haley King, 3 strokes behind Ella, who's playing very solid today, even with a couple flubs on the green.
Hole 14, they moved the tee pad back from last year. It's a much straighter shot than it used to be. OB line on the left on the inside of that wall. That gully is in bounds. The tree line right is just horrible. Don't even look at it. It's so hard to birdie this one. I think we saw 2 birdies on the first day and
1 yesterday.
1 yesterday? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just tough. We did see Katrina Allen have an amazing par save on this one after going OB on her second shot. I think you have to go like kind of either straight or slight flex line to really get the distance. Although this is amazing. And that was almost a pure hyzer.
Wow.
Slight flip up hyzer?
Oh my gosh.
What great distance.
And the course is giving back to Katrina right now.
I mean, that was a great shot.
It was a great shot, but
yeah,
that was
risky.
a nice little what is that? A little wood berm.
That was her pro line hurricane.
Wow. Ella getting all the flip up. It's going to land straight. Oh
wow.
My gosh, and she's getting a friendly little nudge as well to keep her in bounds.
Bumpers on.
Yeah, you have to take full advantage of this hill and go big distance in order to get this birdie. It's
so scary, though.
Yeah, it's easy to want to play conservative here.
You know who's not scared of anything? Cat Mertsch with her Glow Thunderbird.
Wow. No threat of going out of bounds ever. So pure, so far.
Kristin Tattar sticking with her game plan, going Orbit St. Pro. Wow.
Just making it look easy.
So easy. And still so far for going fairway driver.
The St. Pro is, what, like a 7, 8, 9-ish?
I think a 9 or a 10. I don't know. It's a fairway. It doesn't.
But it goes, I'm just wondering if it's a faster one.
I think it is a faster one. Kristin gonna land in circle 2, looking at a pretty scary putt. They did remove the OB that used to be behind the pin, though, so you can run it, but we've seen some people go down the hill after trying to be aggressive. Yes, Cat. Finds the circle.
Yeah, this green is a little faster than you want it to be with the basket perched up on a hill. That OB comes up really quick on the left-hand side. This is a perfect angle to approach the pin from.
Yeah, can put it on that hyzer line.
The sand kind of eating all these discs up, though.
Yeah, everyone definitely going to have to earn it on the putt.
The fact that everyone was inbounds off the tee is so impressive.
Well, not only inbounds, but just look how far they are.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'd be willing to bet there weren't many cards that had 4 for 4 inbounds.
Yeah. All right, no one parking it. Everyone gonna have a putt here. Pretty scary putt, too. Oh. That might have sailed down the hill a ways.
Yeah. Just a little bit too high.
Yes, Ella.
Wow. Such a nice little step putt on the death putt.
And Ella putting together quite a few birdies here in the middle stretch.
Catrina with a death putt of her own.
Comes up an inch short.
Boom.
Cat Mertsch in for it.
Kat and Ella, 2 of only 6 birdies of the day.
Wow.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was a lot of hitting the pole.
It was left side. But yet another stroke, taking it to a 4-stroke differential. Only 4 to play, too.
Yeah, this one's going to be tough to reel in, especially two of the holes are easy birdies, but this one by no means is an easy birdie. Hole 15, the Mando hole, re-tee if you miss that Mando. You want to throw something straight and just get over this berm. The turnover looks like it's the right play, but you end up landing on a slopey surface and you have no chance at all to get up and down. I think these lead card ladies are considering maybe giving themselves a long putt by getting 2 monster drives, but at 700 and at 38 feet with the first shot being pretty much perpendicular to the rest of the fairway, this one is really, really tough.
We have seen Ella get it the first day. She kind of went this straight shot and got all the way to the fringe on the opposite side of the fairway and then just had a monster second shot. Holland Hanley, the only other woman able to get this hole. We saw no birdies on it yesterday. That was a solid drive from Ella. She did slow down a little bit on that hillside.
So
Look at this aggressive play from Kat. Gets a little flex on it.
Oh, that's a really pretty drive.
That's that Champ Glow Thunderbird.
Kat making the mistake that you want to, Catrina making the mistake that you want to make here. If you're going to make one, it's not great. It takes away any opportunity for birdie, but she can still get a par from there.
Kristin catching a couple of branches, but still going to land in a really great spot. She gets a nice turn on that fortress there. Nope, that's the wrong disc. Rive. My B.
Catrina from a side slope did make the Mando and just pitching something out into the middle, playing for par here.
Yeah, that'll work just fine. She'll probably have to navigate that one fairway tree just a little bit. How far do you think it is to the pin from way back here?
That's such a good question. Maybe 475?
Yeah, I was going to say at least 450.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Almost to the circle. Ella giving it lots of height. Pretty much a pure hyzer angle the whole way, and
Also, wow.
so far. I mean, she's almost
So
pin high.
crazy.
Yeah, it blows my mind
And this is probably the best drive I've seen off the tee.
by a long shot.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is almost a more normal / reasonable distance to be throwing your second shot.
She'll be in circle 2 as well. The fact that 3 competitors have putts on this hole for birdie is unreal.
Can you see how many people did land in circle 2? Not to put you on the spot.
15%, which is only 6 competitors.
Okay.
Sorry, 7 competitors.
So Catrina, like I thought, dealing with that one fairway tree, goes perfect forehand park job.
Only 3 people got to circle 1.
Wow. That's still really good, though, actually. Ella up first for the birdie. You know, I was going to say she had to miss it because look at her go par birdie, par birdie, par birdie. So she's going to birdie the next one. It's cool. Kristin 3 up through the last 4 holes after going an eagle followed by 4 birdies. Not quite hitting that putt. Yes, Cat.
Wow.
And that's definitely a little bit of a beagle. Small beagle, if you will.
Yep. She's one of 3 birdies on the day. Holland Hanley and Haley King getting it as well. The fact that Holland birdied this one twice out of 3 rounds.
Nuts.
Unreal.
One birdie and 3 pars ain't bad, though.
Yeah, tap and par is great on this hole. Through hole 15, Catrina in the lead by 4 strokes. Only 3 to play.
There's something about sand that reminds us of ourselves. What were once great stones have been ground down over years and years into something so small. But sand also shows us that everything we do matters, and that together, even our smallest actions can create great dunes. Because little by little, a little becomes a lot.
Hole 16 is a short par 3 at 310 feet. You usually see a lot of ladies play out to the right and then just kind of swing in at the end. You see some straight shots as well. Main mistake to avoid is hitting that tree on the left. It's pretty dense. You also want to control your angle. If you land with too much hyzer, it's really easy to roll down the hill. It's a little bit better to skip past that last kind of dead tree on the right. It has some branches in the way if you land on the short side. Cat swinging around the final tree. She's way past it.
Whoa.
Just accidentally threw 370.
You want to hear a crazy stat?
Yeah.
96% of the field got to at least circle 2.
Nice. Man, that one person who missed it's probably beating themselves up right now if they're listening. Ella also blowing by the basket a little bit. She's going to be circle 2 deep.
That's a nice place to be, though. One of the few places on the screen where you don't have a death putt. Cat throwing more of a spike angle.
Oh, beautiful. Catrina throwing her pro line tsunami there. Getting to 14 feet, we're going to call it.
Catrina looking super comfortable right now.
Yeah. And
this hole's not easy to spike in like that with that tree in the way.
it's definitely not. And I mean, 4 strokes with 3 to play is feeling pretty good. Kristin with a really solid shot with her fortress. Is Cat inside circle 2?
I don't think
It'd
so.
be funny if she was the one person outside of it, that she's deep.
She might not be, though.
Pretty funny. Ella with a bit of a nervy putt here. Looks like a left to right wind. And here's why it's nervy. Not the worst roll, but it's hard. It's hard to commit because you know that is a potential outcome, putting on a hillside basket. Great putt from Kristin, but not gaining a stroke with Catrina absolutely parked. Ella missing low left. The dreaded 3-putt. I thought Catrina was closer.
Me too. She must have got a little more ground action after the camera panned, but solid putt.
I think that just making up distances when you see something on a screen isn't maybe the most reliable technique.
Do you guys trust us?
No.
Please don't.
You shouldn't.
Unfortunately, Ella going to card the bogey coming down the stretch here. Catrina looking as solid as ever and extending that lead or maintaining that lead.
Ella maintaining solo third, 1 stroke ahead of Holland Hanley, who is 4th right now.
Hole 17, circus hole 243. Very tight tunnel, reminiscent of a mini Blue Ribbons Pines. The tall grass all the way down the left-hand side is out of bounds, and then it wraps around behind the basket, being OB on the right side of the green as well. If you miss early right or kick early right, there is no OB over there, so that's the way you want to miss ideally, if you can control your tree hits.
We call this one MBRP. Mini Blue Ribbon?
Yep. Yep. Thank you for clarifying.
You didn't seem like you got it, even though you're the one who said it.
I like that putter play, kind of bailing out left after the tunnel. It does make for some tricky putts. Kristin got really lucky there. Very fortunate break, kicking back to the right. A lot of times backhands on that left side just kick straight left.
And that was that same early release mistake we've seen a few times from her now. I would say this is probably the more common error from Kat, just kind of pulling it to the right a little bit. It's tough because if you really punch something through the middle, you can go OB deep, so then you end up maybe taking a little bit off, and then it's harder to take such a linear tunnel shot. I don't know. I like it. We've established it.
Kristin with a really nice forehand up and down. Bullseye magnet.
Ella jump putting from very far away, and she is not happy with the effort.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 100 feet at least.
Yeah, kind of a surprising choice from Ella. Kat throwing her up and down to the bullseye.
It's probably closer to 150. It was a very far jump putt attempt.
And this is a scary putt to run hard. That out of bounds comes up quickly behind the basket.
Yeah, I'm sure Ella is within a couple feet of the OB line there. Still has a tester putt for the bogey. But makes good. Low right.
Quick wave.
Whew. This is a tough putt from over here. Yeah, not even going to mess with it. Catrina has the strokes to give. Also, she's not even giving one.
Yeah, Kristin and Kat both here for pars.
Kat Mertsch a little bit high. Just going, ooh. Kat is so funny.
That is a pretty demanding lead going into hole 18.
Still, it's the hardest hole, so you never know.
Again, for the third day in the row, the most difficult hole on the day statistically.
Here we go. It's a huge water carry. To go attack for the birdie, you need to go more of a flex line. Where the drone is flying, you can also bail out left early. Anything OB goes to a drop zone, which is very hard to save par. Second shot, you want to at least make it to this inbounds bunker. Right side's nice because you have better footing. And then ideally, you're going across on your third shot. The OB wraps around much shorter than it did last year. The bleachers are kind of tucked in. There's less of a landing zone kind of on that short side. So if you're going across, you really need to punch it through. And realistically, if you land inbounds across, you probably have a circle 2 putt. All that being said, every single one of those shots is difficult.
And there's a place to go out of bounds and gain strokes on every single shot.
I think I did every combination of that
Today. Just wanted to see them all.
Between the days. Yeah. Just exploring my options. Catrina's going to be pretty far on the left, but progressed pretty far distance-wise. Kristin, similar play.
Yeah, that's where we've seen a lot of our, distance throwing lead card ladies throwing is that way left side. It's probably nicer to attack the second shot from that hyzer angle.
Cat going aggressive. Look at this thing.
Wow.
She ain't scared.
Wow.
That's huge. That's like where some of the MPO is landing. Like straight up. That's huge.
I wonder how far that drive was. I'm so curious.
700 feet. No, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, over 4 for sure.
Ella throwing big hyzer as well. It's so impressive.
Kristin up first. She landed in the bunker yesterday and then I believe was OB on the third shot. Today, gonna try to find that right side. As I mentioned, much better footing. Does trickle into the bunker though.
And looks like she might be in that soft sand as well.
She's far enough up that she might be able to see the pin from there.
Yeah, and throw a standstill shot.
Catrina definitely going towards the bunker here on that hyzer line. We'll have to throw across first. If Catrina decides to go for it and doesn't make it, it does leave the door just a crack open.
I think
for
from
Kristin.
I think from the center of that bunker, it's pretty straightforward.
It is, but
Yeah.
she has to go first, so Kristin might. I don't know.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll just see, and then we'll talk about it then.
Ella, I can't believe going out of bounds deep.
Yeah, wild.
Problems that a lot of people don't have.
Look at that tiny pitch up from Cat Mertsch because she was so far. Like everyone's throwing huge distance shots and she just goes like soft hyzer.
Wow, Catrina doesn't even mess around with it.
That's
She
what
just
I was trying to
pitches up.
say, but in a lot more words.
Yeah, that's just surprising. I feel like it's a fairly straightforward shot, but she's got the room to mess with here.
And I mean, this is the safer option because even if she bogeys, she has the win.
Yeah, Kristin going to be in the bunker with a putt for birdie. Yeah, Cat not quite getting all the way over on that disc, hauling towards out of bounds, but that tree knocks it down.
Is
Very
she
friendly.
in?
I think so. I think the tree helped her.
Wow. Nice tree.
Cat's fourth, just trying to get to the green right now.
But again, she really just needs to make it across. That was a little closer than you'd like probably, but she's across.
Very low.
Definitely felt the wind a little bit more here on 18, but nothing crazy.
Ella's fourth stroke. She'll be in the bunker as well.
This is a cool shot. I love this. It's going to be my desktop screensaver. Good run.
The pit viper in the pit.
Yeah, exactly. You get it. Kristin for birdie. About 45 feet. Still a good tournament for Kristin. Not quite able to reel Catrina in, who looked so solid all day.
Yeah, even when she had that one little mishap on hole 7, she was able to bounce back pretty effortlessly in the next hole.
It seems like she forgot all about it.
Yeah, really solid mental game.
And Ella finding some trouble on the back. But overall, decent round.
She keeps getting better and better.
Oh, yeah.
Cat not quite sending it the way she can, but having the most fun.
Always. Kristin Tattar, solo second place.
Before she heads back to Europe, her final tournament. Catrina with the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the 2023 The Preserve Championship, powered by Prodigy, Katrina Allen.
Katrina, congratulations. What a wild weekend of disc golf. The moment you tapped out on 18, a lot of emotion obviously pouring out. Where's that emotion coming from?
I don't even know where to start, but last week I lost my best friend from college. Then I had an emergency surgery on my mouth on Monday. And then obviously, not to bring up such a sore subject, but the whole fighting for fairness in our division. So after 2 years of fighting for fairness in our division, I felt like I was finally able to speak my truth. It was very therapeutic for me, and I felt the calmest I've felt on the course probably since Worlds in 2021. Cole and I are just doing such a great job of staying in the moment and not scores. And I feel like when he's there and we're just talking about my game in the moment, I'm not thinking and I'm not getting in like panic mode or staying out of my game plan. We just talked about how my routine was a little slow on one putt, a little fast on the next, and how we're just gonna adjust on the next tee instead of thinking about I just lost 3 strokes.
You took the victory down in Vegas, and now here you are winning at the Preserve. In between that, just talk about everything you've gone through.
I don't even love my throw now. I can't even watch a video because I don't feel like it's correct yet. But with Austin, each week we pick one thing that will benefit me that week, and that's the only thing I'm allowed to work on or think about. I think there's a part of the season where I was trying to work on like 5 things, and it was not good on the course.
Katrina, this was such an entertaining week for a lot of reasons, but you capitalized and you took the victory home. Where are we seeing you next?
Leave for Norway on Saturday, and then the European Open President's Cup. And then the rest of the season. You know me.
Well, good luck. We'll see you out there.
Okay.
We'll see you in Europe.
Thank you.
Big congratulations to Katrina Allen, her second Disc Golf Pro Tour victory of the year.
It's really cool to hear her break her game down. It's hard to work on stuff during the season, so it's cool to see her making progress every week. And then also, I like the solid caddy game thing. It's something that I think disc golfers would all really benefit from, is having that caddy they can rely on to keep them in the moment.
I think that'll become a bigger thing as the sport gets bigger and more professional and prestigious.
Yep.
Kristin Tattar in second, Holland Hanley solo third at 6 down. Missy Gannon tied for 4th at 7 down. I believe Ella was in that tie as well.
Missy Gannon with the hot round to crawl into 4th place. 7 down is so impressive out here, tied for the hot round from last year. We hope you guys enjoyed watching the Preserve. It's always fun. I jokingly call it disc golf summer camp. We're all out on the property camping, swimming, paddling, fishing, whatever we can do out there. It's great. And we had a nice sunshiny weekend as well. No weather to write home about. We can't wait till next year. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Just a quick note, the 2 Hot Geese won't be together till, when are we together? Ledgestone. But Jomez going to Europe, very exciting. Stay tuned for all the action. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 Hot Geese.
Honk.
Honk.